Hello guys, since a lot of things happened in this game, I decided to update my Kinah guide for the current patch. Let's get started. With the last patch, the daily PvP quests and the Shugo weeklies will give you Kinah in a specific span. It may look like much, but the average Kinah obtained per quest will be around 100k Kinah. But there are multiple PvP dailies and weeklies which can add up to a respectable amount of Kinah. The downside of this is that you are forced to do PvP, which will cost you scrolls, potions, kisses and so on. Also your time will be affected by this depending on how successful you are. So either group up for these quests or just straight up farm bots. This method encourages PvP, which I like, because I'm a huge fan of the concept fight for your Kinah. But since the outcome is not that much, I will put it on top 5. Potions and scrolls are a necessity in this game. Because of this, they will always have a steady price on the broker. To craft them, you need materials gathered in the open world. For example, you need Liconsis and Playa to craft the best potions. To obtain them, you either collect them off the ground or you morph them using magic ether and UDP. Magic ether can be collected in flying areas of Ingison and Gegmaros, and DP can be collected by killing monsters or players. The best area to farm DP should be the elite guards of Roa and Esteria. The vendors of Ingison and Gegmaros Fortress sell all kind of designs to morph any kind of gatherable, but they also come with a price. If you do this method, just focus collecting ether. It is the easier trade to level up. Also they are highly wanted, because you can morph them into whatever ground materials you need. Esteria has a lot of level 30 and 40 ether. Level 30 ether can be morphed into materials you need to craft the potions to cure 2 debuffs on you, so they are still valuable. Level 40 ether can be morphed into materials you need to craft the cheapest scrolls. Level 50 ether can be morphed into the high-end ground materials. People mainly craft the best potions with them, or they try their luck on crafting the weapons with them. For level 50 ether, you need to buy this capped item on a regular basis though. I think the cooldown to buy them again is about 2 hours, but you can buy them from multiple merchants. So for example, this one in Gegmaros, this one in Pandemonium, and this one in a fort will offer you some. Since gathering points are very hard to obtain and gathering itself takes a long time, I will rank this method to rank 4. Farming in open world has been immensely nerfed. Since the last patch, white and green trash loot, which gave you an acceptable amount of Kinah when sold, has been deleted off the drop tables. This makes it almost useless to farm monsters in the open world. The only way to drop green gear now is from named mobs in your level range. Luckily, blue and golden gear still drop after the patch, so they still exist. Gold gear can be sold on the broker for a high amount of Kinah, especially golden weapons, which can be sold for about 8 million Kinah and up, depending on the weapon. For example, I did a pass quest with my Spirit Master and fought a golden greatsword in Silentera Canyon. Also designs still drop, which can be sold for a high amount of Kinah if you catch a wanted one. Farming these Balaur, I found a design to craft the best dot potions in the game, and I was able to sell it for about 17 million Kinah. If you find the blue design for potions, you can basically consider yourself rich. If you are going to farm in open world, I suggest you to farm these Balaur mobs. For example, they drop golden gear, designs and Balaur materials. But because of the low drop rates, you have to be very patient to make Kinah this way, and that's why I rank this method to rank 3. Leveling has become so much easier over the last couple of patches. You only need to focus on your campaigns because the needed XP for each level has been decreased immensely. With enough preparations, You can rush level 50 in one day. But why do I tell you this? Because we got to the point where having multiple characters will benefit you Kinah wise. Just like in retail back then. People in LFG are constantly looking for ESO alts and will pay you up to 1.5 million Kinah for you to help him kill the tree in ESO and open up a chest for him. The run itself doesn't take long, making this an easy way to obtain some extra cash. If you even go to the extra step and level him up to 55 and gear him somewhat decently, you can even sell yourself to the new instance Telos. People right now are paying you 5 million Kinah or even more to help him clear the bosses for their AP. The most wanted classes for this instance are Clerics and Templars, so go for these classes for maximum income. Maybe I will make an updated level guide for this. You get one piece of food, which you can feed your pig in here. You can buy him from the pet store for about 100k Kinah, and you can feed him for about 30 times. He will give you an item, which you can sell on the broker. Level 55 crafting stones are still pricey, so if you get a golden weapon flux for example, you made about 1 to 2 million Kinah. You can buy Kuna by using your real money and trade them in-game for Kinah with the new global broker. I am not a fan of this because it encourages whaling, but a lot of games have a similar system implemented in them to stay alive, unfortunately. This method requires a highly equipped character. Since the drop rates for old instances have been increased, selling gear has become more profitable than previous patches. Join or create a selling group, for example for Padmarashka, and sell the epic parts on LFG. Your income depends on how many bits you get, so do this in prime time only. For example, we dropped the event chainblades and the event mace from Padmarashka and sold them for about 40 million Kinah, which translates to about 6 million Kinah per player. You can also try your luck on old instances like Atma. Here you can drop extendable weapons which people still buy. In this clip we dropped a dagger which went for about 5 million Kinah. Luckily, here you don't need to share your Kinah with a lot of people, because this instance can be done with 3 or 4 people. Once I dropped a great sword which was sold for 70 million Kinah. Holy sh! Thanks for watching. In the future I plan to make more guides. For example, the Book of Legends offers a questline to gain 10 million Kinah and a permanent title. Also, I applied for the test server for the new patch, so please subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that.